Today's lecture will discuss about the series RLC circuit and basically we have already discussed in the previous lecture about the series RLC circuit. In this lecture we'll discuss about series resonance, the quality and the sharpness, and along with that the power dissipated in the RLC circuit. So we'll start with series resonance basically. So I will start with series resonance. So, resonance, it is said to occur in a circuit containing resistance and reactance. It is said to occur when the applied voltage is in phase with the current. So, when the applied voltage, is in phase with the current. So, this is the condition. So the resonance occurring in the series RLC circuit is known as a series resonance. Now the impedance of the series RLC circuit, as we have discussed in the last lecture, at an angular frequency omega, of the applied voltage is given by this we have already done in the last lecture. Z is equal to R plus J omega L minus 1 by omega C. Now let this be question 1. The condition for the resonance is obtained by setting the reactance term, this one, to be 0. So omega L minus 1 by omega C will be equal to 0, or omega is equal to omega naught equal to 1 by under root LC. Therefore, F naught is given by omega naught by 2 pi, that is equal to 1 by 2 pi under root LC. Now this quantity omega naught, it denotes the resonant angular frequency. This one denotes the resonant angular frequency, and that will be and this one F naught, it will denotes the resonant frequency. So this is the resonant angular frequency, and this one is the simply resonant frequency in hertz, obviously, right? Now the impedance at resonance is R. So what will be the impedance at resonance? It will be R. So while at off resonant frequency, the impedance has the magnitude of resonance, means when it is not in resonance, the magnitude of the amplitude is given by R square plus omega L minus 1 by omega C whole square. Now this is always positive. So if this is positive, mod of Z is greater than R, now consequently the impedance is a minimum when it is in resonant condition. So the impedance is minimum and the current is maximum at resonance. The variation of the current I, with the angular frequency omega for a series RLC circuit, it can be shown, it can be shown like it can be shown in a figure actually. So we'll just draw a figure over here. Here we are having so we'll discuss about this figure in brief, shortly, very shortly. So this will be your omega naught, this will be say omega 2, this is omega 1, here this is the angular frequency, this is mod of I. This one will represent IR by root 2, and this one is obviously IR. So we'll discuss about this figure in a very shortly actually. So what we want to say is that the variation of the current I with angular frequency omega, it is shown over here. So we can see that the current I, it varies with angular frequency omega in RLC circuit. Now as the current response of the series current circuit is maximum at resonance, you can see that it is maximum at resonance where omega naught is the angular frequency at resonance condition. It is also sometimes called an acceptor circuit. Now the angle theta by which the current lag lags applied voltage, it is given by this equation we have done earlier, that is tan theta equal to omega L minus 1 by omega C by R. Okay, now below here you can see below resonance, omega is less than omega naught, and this theta is negative, reflecting that the current leads the voltage, that is the circuit is capacitive. Okay, and above resonance means omega 2. Now omega is greater than omega naught in this case. Okay, here theta is positive, showing that the current lacks the voltage and the circuit is inductive. Now at resonance, that is when omega is equal to omega naught, theta is equal to 0, that is the circuit is resistive. At a very low and very high frequency, theta approaches minus 90 and plus 90 degree respectively. So the variation of theta and the frequency, it may be you can show it in a figure also. Okay, so it will be something like this. We will want to show it in a figure. It will range from minus 90, say minus 90 degree to plus 90 degree, as I've just mentioned. This is theta and this is omega naught. So it will be something like this. Start from here and it will go like this. Okay, this is the variation of theta with angular frequency. Now the sharpness of resonance. Okay, we will talk about the sharpness of resonance. The sharpness of resonance refers to the rapidity of the fall of current. Okay, how rapidly the current falls on either side of the resonant frequency. As we have seen already in this figure, that the current falls rapidly about the resonant frequency. Here it falls very rapidly. Okay, so the resonance is very sharp, the current falls to very low values as the frequency is varied on either side of the resonance frequency. It is clear that the series RLC circuit exhibits selectivity. Now, if the frequency of the applied voltage is changed, if you change the applied voltage, or if the applied voltage contains a number of frequency component, then the current response of the series RLC circuit will be maximum at resonance frequency. Now, the off resonant frequency will be rejected. Okay, so one thing we need to know that again with the help of this figure. Okay, now the smaller the value of the resistance R, the greater is the current at the resonance. So if the value of the resistance is smaller, okay, the value of the resistance is smaller, the greater is the current at the resonance. So you can find that this is greater, the current is greater. Now as the resistance increases, the sharpness of the resonance decreases and the circuit rather becomes less selective. So now suppose this is something like this. So say this one is for R1 and this one is for R2. Here we can say that if R2 is greater than R1, you can see, okay, as the resistance increases, the sharpness of the resonance decreases. Okay, so sharpness of the resonance decreases. Okay, so this is clear over with the help of this figure also. Now if V is the RMS voltage, okay, applied to the circuit, the RMS current at the resonance will be given by IR is equal to V by R. Now denoting the phases for the phase voltage across this RLC, as V subscript R is equal to IR into R. Okay, C is equal to V, and VL is equal to J omega naught into L into I. R is equal to J omega naught L V by R, and finally V subscript C as minus J by omega naught C into I. R is equal to minus J by omega naught C R into V. Okay, this equation shows that the entire applied voltage appear across the resistance R. Okay, and the voltage across L and C, it do not vanishes separately, but their phasor sum is 0. So the phase difference between VL and VC is 180 degree. Okay, being 180 degree. Now talking about the Q factor, the quality factor of the the quality factor of the resonance circuit, it is defined. Quality Q factor is defined as the ratio. It is defined as the ratio between the inductive reactance okay, at resonance, and the resistance of the circuit. Resistance of the circuit. So inductive reactance at resonance, you need to know this thing. Okay, thus Q will be equal to omega naught L by R. This could be written as 1 by omega naught CR, or it could be written as 1 by R under root L by C. Right? So now the smaller the resistance of the circuit, the larger the value of smaller smaller the value of R, greater will be the value of Q. Thus the sharpness of resonance. Sharpness, this has to be remembered, sharpness of resonance, okay, and selectivity, okay, selectivity increases with Q, okay. For a high Q circuit, the voltage L and C attain their maximum value at resonance as the frequency is varied. Now the frequency range over which the current is either equal to or higher than IR by root 2 is known as the bandwidth of the circuit. Okay. Now again I am repeating, the frequency range over which the current is equal to or higher than I subscript R by root 2 is known as the bandwidth of the circuit. A smaller bandwidth implies a sharper resonance. Okay. Now we'll just assume, let omega x, this one, be the angular frequency at which the current is IR by I subscript R by root 2. Then we can write I subscript R by root 2 is equal to V by root 2 R equal to V by, okay, we'll just write this one, R square plus omega xi minus 1 by omega xc, okay, whole square half. So solving this one, okay, we could get the equation omega x square LC plus minus omega x RC minus 1 equal to 0. So only the positive root of these equations are acceptable. Therefore these roots will be omega 1 is equal to under root R square C square plus 4LC minus RC by 2LC, and omega 2 will be under root R square C square plus 4LC plus RC by 2LC. So the angular frequency omega 1 and omega 2, okay, this can be, again, it has already been shown in the previous diagram here, omega 1 and omega 2, okay. So the difference between these two, omega 2 minus omega 1, will be given by R by L, which is equal to obviously omega naught R by omega naught L, which is equal to omega naught by Q, or Q is equal to omega naught minus omega naught 2 minus omega naught 1. Okay, so this equation, the last equation, relates the Q factor to the bandwidth. Okay, so the higher the value of Q, the smaller the bandwidth. Okay, higher the value of Q, smaller the bandwidth, and vice versa. Right. So from the energy consideration, the quality factor, it may be defined as Q is equal to 2 pi into maximum energy stored by energy dissipated per cycle. So this is all about quality factor, sharpness, resonance, and sharpness of resonance, quality factor, bandwidth, and this thing, the first topic which we have discussed, that is the resonance simply. So the power dissipation and the parallel RLC circuit will discuss in the next lecture. Until then, bye, goodbye, thank you.